As Christians, it is time to take our rightful position as salt and light in this perverse world in order to transform the spiritual, social, economic, and political fabric of the nations. The destiny of our nations rests in our hands. As God's representatives on earth, we must be willing to declare the position of God in our societies, institutions, families, and wherever we find ourselves. Welcome to Weekly Inspiration with Apostle Eric Nyamekye, Chairman of the Church of Pentecost. This broadcast is powered by the Church of Pentecost headquarters. Weekly Inspiration. Be inspired to transform.
In last week's message, we learned that we must hold on to the confidence we have in God. People who are confident in God must trust in Him, know that they are secured in Him, and therefore attribute everything that happens to them in life to God and none other. For our destinies are in the Lord's hands and no one else. In this week's message, Apostle Eric Nyamekye talks about the need for Christians to be confident in God and in order to overcome bitterness.
Praise the Lord, brothers and sisters. I want to thank God once again for this opportunity to come your way. Last week we said that those who trust in God, they believe that everything is God. And we encourage you to hold on to that confidence. And don't blame anybody for your woes. Don't. If you do that, you'll be harboring bitterness. And your God will show up, your Redeemer lives. Then we also looked at Joseph and how he had that confidence in God. He said that you meant it evil, but God meant it for good. What he's saying is that my destiny is not in your hands. And I want you to know that your destiny is not in the hands of anyone. There could be frustration, but at the end of the day, when you hold on to God, God will also hold on to you. He will catapult you, and your enemies and those who want your detractors will be shocked for what God has done. Your destiny is not in the hands of anyone. This is what Joseph was trying to tell his brothers. You see, offenses are designed to stop us from progressing because bitterness destroys the individual career. Bitterness destroys families, destroys nations, it destroys churches. So offenses are designed to breed bitterness and, for that matter, to stop us from progressing. But when Jacob was about to die, this is what he said prophetically concerning Joseph. We'll be looking at Joseph in the next few weeks. But let's read what the dad said about Joseph, the man of God, Jacob. Let's go to Genesis 49, 22 to 24. Now, this is Jacob prophesying about the destiny of his son, his beloved son. Joseph is a fruitful vine. A fruitful vine near a spring is a fruitful vine and is still near a spring. You can imagine. So he is that fruitful. Whose branches climb over a wall. Now, what is the old man saying? You see, sometimes you'll be heading to a wall. When you say you are heading to a wall, you are saying there will be no progress. Things are going to truncate. But he says that Joseph, his branch, will scale over a wall. So despite all that the brothers did, just to block him and make sure that what he had as his vision and the dream will never come to pass, his branch will scale over the wall. Scale over the wall. With bitterness, Archer attacked him. They shot at him with hostility. The father knows that his brothers were bitter against him, and he says that they shot at Joseph with hostility, with great hatred, but his bow remained steady. His strong arm stayed limber because of the hand of the mighty one of Jacob, because of the shepherd, the rock of Israel. Now the shepherd and the rock of Israel is also with you. Let your hand stay steady. Let your bow remain strong, and let your branch climb over the wall. Don't stop because of them. Don't let anything stop you from progressing. God is with you. Don't let them talk you down. Talk yourself up and confess who you are in Christ. Let Joseph be an example to us. Joseph, his branch, scaled over the wall, and let your branch scale over any wall of bitterness. And God is waiting behind the wall for you. He's going to lift you and place you in your destiny. No one can be against you if God is with you. God bless you. Now, I want you to give your life to Jesus if you do not know him. If you will, please repeat this after me. Dear Lord, I confess you as my Savior. Forgive me of my sins and come and dwell in my life forever. I want to be yours, that you will be my Lord forever. In Jesus' name. If you have prayed this prayer, I want to assure you that you have joined the family of lions. You are a child of God. You will never be the same again. God bless you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Weekly Inspiration with Apostle Eric Nyamekye.
In this week's message, we learned that offenses are designed to breed bitterness and to stop us from progressing. We should therefore not let anything discourage us and stop us from reaching the destinies God has for us.
We trust that you have been inspired by this week's message. For prayer, counseling, or enquiries, kindly reach us on 05433 08187 or email us at info.weeklyinspiration@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Till we come your way again, have a blessed week.